Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Sunburst Sanctuary, near and far, young and old. Welcome, welcome. My name is Heiko Wirtz, and I'm the speaker for today's Sunday service talk, the subject of perseverance. And I wanted to read a brief quote from Paulsen, the founder of Sunburst. Mental discipline arises from the commitment to the vision you seek, knowing what you want and dedicating your life to bring it forth into being. And when I read that quote, that is in essence what Norm's life was all about, and his teachings, and how even Sunburst, the group, this sanctuary, was slowly built up. This idea that he followed that discipline, that mental discipline, and had the commitment to seek a vision that he knew existed. And he dedicated his whole life to bringing it forward. And then once he really grokked it in himself, he pursued to give that teaching and that space for everyone to come to him and to also learn how to do it themselves. And he became that spiritual teacher. And perseverance became one of these foundational pillars that in Sunburst's spiritual teaching we kind of title as our 12 virtues that we practice here at the sanctuary and everyone else. And we practice and we highlight one of these virtues once a month, in this case being July, and also being this vibration of, in Western astrology, the vibration of Cancer. It's kind of overlaid or dovetailed into that, and so we highlight and honor everyone who has a birthday in Cancer, but also we have a chance today in particular to contemplate this virtue of perseverance and bringing that into our meditations today, and getting to know it again and to feel it within us. So when I think about all the virtues, in particular the 12 foundational virtues that we speak of here, some of the other ones being charity, courage, humility, perseverance stands out in its aspects or characteristics as being the one that, while it does arise, and they all do, in the heart and manifest themselves within us there, but they also manifest themselves in our mind and in our focus within us. And in particular, perseverance does that quite well because it is, in essence, a call to action. And perseverance is not one of the virtues that is in the background or is quiet for us. It is the virtue that brings our love and our commitment to the forefront of our daily experience here and also in our meditations. And of course, perseverance is synonymous and has also to do with working through hardships or working through a problematic endeavor or going through something in order to reach your goal or the other side of what it is that you are committing yourself to do. And there's plenty of ways that we can celebrate perseverance in nature as one of our guideposts here. We can see the perseverance of the seed breaking through the hard crust in the earth. We can see the bees going after the nectar every single day without fail to make sure that life moves on, moves forward. It is a call to life and to existence, I would say, carrying that banner of life. And one of the things that in my own life, when I think about perseverance, that is a real heart-touching thing for me. One of the deepest memories that I have and hold on to is when my little boy, who was here with us a little while ago, was just learning how to walk. And I remembered when he would grab onto the furniture in the bed or whatever he could grab onto and try to hoist himself up. And then I remember the day when he managed to be able to stand. And he really persevered through that one. And he managed to grab my hand, and we started to slowly walk down the hallway in our house. And he was just delighted because he knew that that's where it was at. And he got to see all the adults do it, and now he did it. And he persevered through getting stronger and stronger within himself to be able to manage to get himself up on his own legs. And I remembered in my thoughts on that when I looked down on him, and I said to myself, wow, well, you have done it. You've finally done it. And I can see, and I had that feeling that our spiritual parents must also have that aspect of spirit that is our mother and father, the aspect where we came from into this creation, and how this aspect is also conscious of all of our endeavors. And when we get to our goal, and when we persist on moving forward, and every time we do, we place a marker out there that we've managed to get up on our feet. And so the side of perseverance that also has to do with the hardship in our lives. I can remember the story of in my own life when I was about 18, 19, I went on this adventure that I was invited to go on to. And it was a great big sailboat, and the idea was to move this boat, to transit this boat from the East Coast to the West Coast, from Gloucester, Massachusetts, all the way to San Diego. And the plan was to go through the Panama Canal, and the trip was supposed to take about 6 weeks. Well, it really took about 5 solid months, and it was an odyssey to say the least. And during that time, the ship experienced many problematic situations, including an underwater leak that we had to go into port for and haul out again and fix. We ripped our mainsail in half. That was over, I believe, close to 4,000 square feet of sail that we had to manually sew back together. We had encountered a rogue wave 2 days out of San Diego that we had damage on the ship, and we had to go back and patch that up before we could make it to that final end on that last day of our voyage. And I remember Norman, who was the Sunburst, was sponsoring this trip to get this boat over to San Diego. And when he walked up the dock, and we finally got there, and everyone was disheveled, and the boat was patched back together, and we made it. And he was like, "Well, you've finally done it." And it's like, yeah, we made it to the end of the goal, and we persisted. And we laid down in our soul that this trip was essentially not going to break us. We took bite-sized pieces of it and went forward step by step, and got through all of our hardships. And of course, I think that this is where this saying comes from, this whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger saying. Because, when we engage in getting stronger, we also engage in the things that we fear the most in ourselves. The things that we shy away from, and they tend to make it so that we stick to an easy path, an easy road, but we don't clean up the cobwebs that persist, that need to be attended to in our lives. There are many quotes out there that have to do with this virtue of perseverance. Throughout history, there have been many great men and saints who have persisted to show us what is possible in our lives as well. For instance, Winston Churchill stated that if you're going through hell, well, keep going. And Franklin Roosevelt stated that if you come to the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. And Einstein, he stated that it's not that I'm smart, it's just I stay with the problem longer. And of course we have Norm Paulsen, Sunburst founder, and he's quoted as saying to never give up. No matter how many times you fail, try and try again. Because saints are sinners that never give up. And that's something that we can really take to heart here today when we are thinking about our own spiritual journey and utilizing this inner perseverance that you are on the right path within yourself. That there is a reason why that inner whisper within you is asking to be heard and wants to be expressed. Our spirit so longs to be fully reconnected with Source and in full attunement, and to enjoy life with that heightened attunement of spirit within us present. And I have no doubt in my mind that eventually all the souls on this planet will have that taste of that spirit being fully awakened in themselves, and that this virtue of perseverance, this aspect of divine spirit, will cause that to happen within us, each and every one of us. And it's a two-part process. While I know that Spirit is bringing down on us that aspect, and it's triggering something deep inside of me, it also requires that I make a commitment in whatever level that I am able to also move forward in my own evolvement, in my own journey in this endeavor. So this seed grows within my heart, but it is through the third eye, through this center where we can sit in deep-seated meditation in stillness. I lay my version of perseverance down in front of me in this space in my meditation, and I have this energy of perseverance. I am here again, and I insist that my efforts will bear fruit, will get me closer to this goal that I have set for myself in this life, to step more on my spiritual journey, closer to that awakening. So as we go into our meditation now, and everybody prepare yourselves with the seat and create that stillness around yourselves. That will help us to bring forth that vibration that we so honor now, that has brought us to this point and will move us and motivate us to take that next step within us, to remain in this point of concentration throughout this meditation, utilizing perseverance, that if our thoughts take us away 7 times, we come back an 8th time to that point, to our inner altar, and ask that our energies be increased, enhanced, and anointed by the greater energy of creation, so that our efforts are blessed at this time. as we come out of our meditation, I would like to share another thought I have about the virtue of perseverance. Not only is it, when engaged, the driving force that can get us down our path, our spiritual path, it also, that energy continues on as we develop inwardly to maintain our focus and our vibrance at that spot where we feel that we are one in full attunement with that energy of creation. It doesn't just get us there, it keeps us there. Perseverance keeps our focus inwardly. When I think about the saints and the sages like Jesus and the masters who've taught the multitudes, and when I think about their engagement with perseverance and their absolute focus on the divine, and having that channeled out of their consciousness to all those around them. That transference of life force from the Great Spirit to all those disciples was brought on by this master virtue of perseverance, playing a major role in that. So to recap, setting our goals, striving for them, using perseverance to keep us on target is key to spiritual awakenment. All good things take practice, and they lead to, in essence, a kind of a grace when accomplished. We bank that experience within ourselves and the knowledge that it brings, and we are able to move forward and share it with others. We have our spiritual community to help us, our friends and our loved ones that share the same goals and the same path. And we have that spark of creation within us, beckoning us forward, and ultimately we cultivate the perseverance to do so. Please join me in prayer. O Divine Spirit, Father and Mother of us all, awaken me. Lighten my path. help me to move forward. As I persist and persevere to utilize my life force to become a spiritual aspirant and to feel your love in my heart. Amen.
Marvel not when I say you must be born again, born of the Spirit and the water, child of the Mother and the Father divine, born in the arms of the circling I say you must be born again, born of the breath and the fire, child of the holy desire, come forth within, come forth within. Come forth within, come forth within. Shines the sacred light, watching and waiting for every soul.